Hello everyone, welcome to Code with Momo, and today we'll be talking about webhooks. Before we start, check out this demo. Webhooks. Now, what are webhooks? Webhooks are automated messengers for the internet. Now, let's get into details with this. So let's say that you're expecting a package, right? Maybe you're really expectant it's for a friend that you care about, and instead of consistently going to your door and checking, oh, has it come yet? Has it come yet? You just tell the driver, when you come, text me when you arrive. And so this is exactly what webhooks do for applications. So in this video, you're going to be learning about how to configure Stripe webhooks for a Firebase DB. So what's going to happen is when you configure the webhook, you're going to be able to make a payment, and then that payment will be reflected directly on Firebase. And we're going to be using Flutter for this project. I'm going to give you the code and you can study it on your own to also look at it together. Look at it and work on it yourself, because the best form of learning is through being practical and recreating things for yourself. So in the prerequisites, you need to first create a Stripe account, because without the Stripe account, you can't get your webhooks. Now, another thing that you need, also the Stripe account will enable you to put in card payments. It will enable you to see the payments, the transactions, and configure the different processes that you want to keep in check, like the processes that you want to label. So for example, when a user creates a payment, when a payment was cancelled, things like that. So I created my UI screen on the main.dart, and the major things I had there was just a header. Like when I say header, I mean the title, which is a test Stripe payment on line 174, and a button that when it's clicked, it sends forward the email of the user making the payment and an amount of $2,000. Actually, no, and an amount basically. Now, I configured the index.js file. This is where I am making my Stripe webhook, right? This is where I'm setting it up. So this is a callable function, and I had to first of all get my configuration files. Then I initialized an instance for Stripe. So I configured it using the Stripe secret. I kept it inside an env file, which I strongly encourage you to do. Then I initialized an admin app. The reason I did this was because I wanted it to easily be able to make requests without having issues or obstructions. So yes, another thing I did was I created a payment intent, which is a Firebase function that I deployed. I called this in my main.dart, and what it does is that it stores the user's email and the amount. It returns an error if there's no amount. Notice I converted my amount to cents. If you continue going through this video, you see that I stored the customer ID. If the customer was not already there, I created a new customer. Then I also stored the ephemeral key. So the ephemeral key helps to securely authenticate requests from my client app to Stripe, and it's short-lived, so it's for a specific customer. So I stored that. I created one, and I created a payment intent, which is basically creating the amount, the currency, storing all those data. Then I stored it in my Firestore, right, which is my database on Firebase. Then I return my payment intent, right? And if the payment doesn't go through, we return an error. The main benefit I really see in this is that it helps me to see what was happening through all stages of the payment. Did the user click out? Did they never get to pay? It helps with everything like that. So let's see a payment demo about this. So when you want to test out payments, you can go to Stripe's website, their documentation. Just search test Stripe cards on Google, and this will pop up, and then you can use this to test out your payments. In the next screen, you're going to see a demo of how it actually works. And I see that the payment was recorded on my Firebase, right? My Firestore. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Kindly subscribe and follow for more.